Hey guys, 大家好. So it's been a while since my last video. For the past few months I've been going through the Heisig method, remembering traditional Hanzi by James Heisig, and I explained my challenge to go over 1,500 characters in 3 months from the book. Now it's just over 2 months in. I'm on about 1,200 characters. I did get a little behind because I had a exam, professional exam for work, and a holiday, and I've just come back and I've just started to catch up a bit, so I'm just getting back on track now at about 1,200, 14th of November, and I've got about just over half a month left, so I'm about 50 characters behind, almost completely caught up now. As for the method itself, it works really well. The characters I'm learning, they're learning really well, like they're sticking in my memory. There have been a few problems. I've forgotten a few, and obviously Anki's picked that back up again. But in this video I wanted to talk about the main problems that I've had and the solutions that I've had to come up with them. So the first thing, and this is probably one of the main ones, was that because Heisig teaches you in radicals and elements, so you've got different components coming together to make a bigger character. Then I get the elements right, get the story right, get the elements right, but I put them in the wrong position. So if you take for example, the character to sell, you've got soldier on top and then the character for buy on the bottom. But when I tried to record it the first time, I put the radical for soldier on the left and then buy on the right, and that's wrong. That's not how it's supposed to be. So in my head I pictured an image of someone walking into a shop and asking the shopkeeper what they have to sell, potentially looking around to steal stuff, but then I noticed the soldier guard looking in, and they kind of quickly left with their tails between their legs. So that's because in my head I had the shop owner there and the guard there. I had them next to each other like that, and that's probably why I record the elements like that. But after I changed the image a bit and had it as a two-layer shop with a soldier on the second floor looking down on the customer and the shop owner, and this way being above looking down, I pictured, okay, well he's on the top, so it's the soldier there and buy on the bottom. So it's just stuff like that. I mean, I didn't do this with all of them. Sometimes it's got it wrong the first time, then the next time I'm like, oh wait, swap it around and stick to the same story, and it's worked in the future. But the ones that I really struggled with, for example, the character to sell, that's what I did. So another problem is there's a lot of characters, a lot of keywords, and some of them are going to be really, really similar. So for example, ocean and sea, I mean, they mean pretty much the same thing in English. So when I had the story for one, I memorised the other character, or vice versa, and always kind of get those two modelled up. That's something that I've done quite a lot, and usually after a few reviews on Anki it kind of sorts itself out. But if it doesn't, then the best thing I can think of, what I did was to take them and memorise them both together off the keyword and try to separate the key stories and the imageries based on that word. So that one's a little more difficult because it's the core meaning in English that you're swapping up, not the story. So I was getting the right character but just for the wrong word. So I'd recommend, if you have that problem, splitting up into groups and learning them at the same time, and that hopefully should get over the problem. Apart from that, I mean, the review time at the start of this challenge was very small, maybe like 5 minutes a day, and every month as I've progressed through, learning 500 characters a month, the review time's going up and up and up and up and up. So it started off at about 5 minutes. Now I'll probably spend about an hour a day just reviewing the characters on Anki, probably about 150 repetitions a day, give or take, and that's really starting to become a bit harder and harder towards the end. So where I was just doing it 5 minutes here and there throughout the day at the beginning, now I'm having to sit down and have dedicated time. So in the morning I learn 15 or 10 characters, then I have breakfast and wait 20 minutes before I brush my teeth. I memorise, I go through the reviews in that time. Started doing some of my lunch break at work. That's helped out a lot, and I can get through most of them in the lunch break usually within 20 minutes in the morning, and then just a few at night after my second study. So that's something I encountered. And one thing I should mention is that before I did my exam, I had a week off learning new characters, just reviewing the old ones, and it went from about, at the time it was about 110 reviews a day, and it went all the way down to about 70. So if you're doing this, and this will help with my other problem, which was just doing the same thing for 3 months straight with no sort of variation, can get a little tedious, and it was getting quite monotonous towards the end. So if I did this in the future, I'd have a month, a week break, a month, a week break, and a month. That I'd split it up, so I can do something else for a week, and when I come back to it I can be fresh, I can be interested, and in that week it'd let the reviews plummet back down again, so it would stop you getting overwhelmed with character reviews. But like I said, so I did get I'm starting to get a bit bored now working through character lists, but I'm about the 1,200 mark now. So purely because I'm so close to the end, only 300 characters left to go, then I'm really, really excited. I mean, I have all sorts of books and comic books and things to go through. I have, like, say, some learners books like Wedding Bells. I have The Little Prince in Cantonese, Hanzi, and I also have some comic books and things I've ordered, manga, all that stuff. So I'm getting pretty excited to finish a book and actually try and start using it. I've actually been using Hello Talk a bit recently, and that's really good with all the stuff built into the app. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say today. I'm still on the track to finish for the start of December, end of November, and I will let you know my plans for trying to tie everything up when I'm finished. So thanks for watching. If you want to keep following my progress, then don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and peace. Bye bye. Hanzi.